Hey, Dan Cochimillo here with NorCal Sports Network with another video. This one is on the San Francisco Giants announcing they are looking to hire Ron Washinton as their new infield coach. And this is exciting news. It's not completely wrapped up, but according to Zach Maniason, the general manager, they're closing on the deal and it's all but done. But this is fantastic news for San Francisco Giants. Their defense has been atrocious the past few years, and now they've hired the best in the business. And we're going to talk about it. But first, let us thank our sponsor of the show, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in California, in Marin County. Give them a call for all your legal needs. Personal injury, they specialize in. Make sure you give them a call at 415-613-9483 and let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. All right, again, back to Ron Washinton being hired, infield guru. Okay, go check out some of his videos, the videos out there on YouTube. Just type in Ron Washinton, or you can check some of the links in the description of this video. He is amazing. He's got one video out there on YouTube that quotes him as the manager when he was managing the Angels. And he was manager of the Angels just recently, as last year, but had to step down for health reasons. And the fact that Tony Vitello was able to get him to come and be the infield coach is just exceptional. But Ron Washinton, sitting there in the dugout, says, and I love his brashness. He's just direct. His style is very direct. And he says, I'm the best. He just says, hey, look, I am the infield mechanic. If it's broken, I fix it. So what's he going to be able to do for the Giants infield? Well, Rafael Devers is learning first base, right? He's going to make Rafael Devers into possibly a Gold Glove first baseman, as he's going to learn how to get those ground balls. When you watch the drills that he does, it's going to be phenomenal. Bryce Eldridge, the same thing. He's learning first base. The Giants could have two first basemen and kind of switch off between DH and almost a platoon situation where Devers gets some time off and he can be DH and allow Bryce Eldridge to play first base. How about Casey Schmitt, the young second baseman who has been a third baseman all his career and has had to learn new positions the last year or two for the San Francisco Giants. And now they've got him at second base. And Casey's got great hands and quick glove, quick hands. He's going to learn tremendously from Ron Washinton, and I think he's going to become a Gold Glove second baseman. And then you got Willie Adames, who can improve. And then, of course, you've got all-world third baseman Matt Chapman. I mean, any improvement out of him, and he's going to be like the best of all time down there. So I love this move, plus the fact that it's going to help other guys coming up in the system. How about all the youngsters that are going to be in camp that Ron Washinton will be able to work with? Some of these younger guys that are coming up in the system, some of the guys like even, it'll help the backups, Christian Koss, Tyler Fitzgerald. This is just a phenomenal move, in my opinion. Tony Vitello, listening to KMBR earlier with Brian Murphy this morning as they were talking about Tony Vitello being able to get this done. Is, everybody getting on Tony that he's inexperienced. Well, he is bringing in quite the crew of coaching, and along with Bruce Bochy and Dusty Baker as advisors and Buster Posey at the helm, this is making the San Francisco Giants into a destination place for players. Players always want to get better, guys. I mean, this is a fact. People think players, once you rate the big leagues, that they're, hey, I'm just satisfied. No, players want to get better all the time, and they want to be coached up. And this is why this coaching staff, I think, is going to be incredible. Tony Vitello is going to be communicating with these guys, and they're going to know he's got their back. And Ron Washinton, he is as direct as they come. And I can't get over this move. I just love this move. Let me give you a little background on Ron Washinton, just as I'll be reading a few things here. He played from 1970 to 1990. He was a switch hitter who spent 10 seasons, parts of 10 seasons in the big leagues, briefly with the Dodgers in 77. Then he was with the Twins, his longest tenure from 81 to 86. And then Orioles, Indians, and Astros. Played short, second, third, occasional first. So he's going to be able to relate really well to Casey Schmitt because Casey played all four of those positions. And not too many guys play all four infield positions. So I think Casey Schmitt's going to benefit hugely from this. And, talked to Casey yesterday. He's coming off of the surgery he just had on, I believe it was Tuesday. Casey had the surgery. And, just to let you guys know, Casey says he's fine. Surgery went well, and he is looking forward to playing a full season without pain. He was in a lot of pain after he got drilled by that 95-mile-an-hour sinker last, I believe it was on the 25th of June. And at the time, Casey was hitting 276 with a 799 OPS, 4 homers. He lost a lot of his power and just his ability to swing. And, he still had a respectable year, but I think Casey can hit 250 plus, maybe even 260 plus, and he can drive the ball. And now he's going to be pain-free. Then you get Ron Washington working him with infield drills, and you get him, Casey's got a rocket for an arm and learning. He gets rid of the ball quickly at second base on the double play. A lot of people out there talking about Casey Schmitt, like the Giants need to improve second base. I don't think so, guys. Casey is a potential Gold Glover. He definitely was at third base, but the Giants have Matt Chapman. So Casey doesn't have the range like some of the other second basemen, but the balls he gets to, they stick in his glove, and he gets rid of the ball, and he can throw it with the best of them. So I think Casey's going to grow immensely under Ron Washington's tutelage. So look for Casey Schmitt to have a big year. And if he stays healthy, he'll give you good offensive production for a second base job. So I like that. And look, Casey's a baller, right? A lot of guys comment on Casey. They just don't really know baseball. Okay. That's just how it is, period. If you can't see the talent in there, you probably just don't understand the game that well. So Ron Washington, but getting back to Ron Washington, some of the things he's done as a coach, he has just, and he's also great at teaching base running too, as well, guys. So that's going to help the Giants as well. In his early coaching years, he's helped a lot with infield development, base running, minor league fundamentals. He was a coach for the A's from 96 to 2006. And people say, well, why did he become so famous as an infield coach? Well, he helped develop and refine elite defensive careers of Eric Chavez, 6 Gold Gloves for Eric Chavez with the Oakland A's. Miguel Tejada became a very good fielding ball player. Mark Ellis, Jason Giambi got better. He wasn't a great infielder, but Washington was able to, gain that national recognition for his extraordinary ability to transform average infielders into elite ones. Then he became the first African-American manager in Texas Rangers history. And he was there from 2007 to 2014. Remember, the Giants played him in 2010. And the Giants, of course, won that series 4-1. But the following year, the Rangers were up 3-2 over the St. Louis Cardinals and was just like, I think, a strike away, if I remember. And I'm forgetting the guy's name. All of a sudden, it'll come to me at some point in this video. I'll probably have to look it up. But the player for the Cardinals that basically came up with 2 huge hits, one to tie the game or put them ahead and then win it in extra innings in Game 6. Like I said, can't remember the name. It's going to come to me. I think he finished his career recently with the Dodgers, but I'll look it up anyway. But, he had some pretty good teams, back-to-back American League pennants, 2010 and 2011. Was almost the first guy to win a World Series for the Rangers, but it was Bruce Bochy. Now Bochy's back with the Giants. So, what I love about Ron Washington, if you just watch him, his leadership style, he's very direct, as I mentioned earlier. He's a passionate guy, just a real passionate guy. Old school fundamentals, ain't going to take any crap. Just people are going to listen to Ron Washington. And, he's got a great connection with players. He's got the players back with Tony Vitello and Jace Tingler and Frank Anderson, Justin Message. This is shaping up to be a very good staff. It's got experience in Ron Washington and experience with Jace Tingler, 2 ex-managers, helped Tony Vitello. You got Bochy and Baker. This is Buster Posey, I believe, is creating a destination place for this team. I just absolutely love what's happening. Some of Washington's signature techniques, he's got tons of drills, right? Intensive types of drills, glove presentation. I'll pull out my glove here, and I got a big outfielder's glove, so this doesn't work for infield. But an outfield glove, or an infield glove, he's teaching guys to catch the ball, scoop it, and get it in the palm. Where you get it in the palm, you have so much more control versus digging in there trying to, find it. And it's right there in the palm. And if it bobbles off the palm, a lot of times it'll go right into your glove. So he teaches footwork patterns, timing of hops, body angle on backhands, forehands, the quick transfer and internal clock. These are all Ron Washington, just his style. And even all these coaches are teaching this, right? But not like Ron Washington. You listen, FP Santangelo credits Ron Washington as being his best infield coach he ever had. And you'll hear that from so many other guys. Ozzie Albies. I mentioned Eric Chavez. He has guys doing hundreds and hundreds of reps per day, high energy coaching style. Some guys who credit Wash for transforming their defense. Elvis Andrus, he became a top shortstop under Ron Washington. Adrian Beltre, third baseman. He said he made him better. Marcus Semien turned from a defensive liability to a Gold Glove caliber. Marcus Semien once had 35 errors his first full season in the big leagues with the A's, 2015, I believe it was. Had a couple stints with the White Sox years earlier, then was with the A's. And but Marcus Semien, loves what Ron Washington taught him. Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley, Dansby Swanson, that 21 Atlanta Braves team that won the World Series, that was a great infield. Ron Washington was their coach. So I think this move is just awesome. This is great for Giants culture. This is just a really great move. And, I give Tony Vitello credit. He's a communicator, right? Who would have thought Ron Washington, after stepping down last year from the LA Angels with health issues, that he would even be a candidate to be getting back into the game so quickly. And to get Ron Washington to come over, I think the Giants are going to get better, obviously, with infield defense. I think their base running is going to improve. And now, you got Buster working on things. Maybe you get more pitching, get that defense better. This is going to make the Giants a much, much better team. I'm convinced of that. And people who look at Tony Vitello and say, well, he doesn't have any big league experience. He knows the game of baseball, people. He knows the game of baseball, and he's going to be surrounded in that dugout with guys that have that experience. Jace Tingler, Ron Washington going to be on that bench. Tony's going to learn quickly, and he knows the game. He just has to it's going to be a longer season, 162 versus like 60 for college. Okay. So, but Tony's, he's a young guy. He's in great shape. He's vibrant. He's committed. He's got all the time in the world to commit to the game itself. And I think the Giants are putting together a really, really good staff. So, I don't see any downside to Ron Washinton becoming the Giants infield coach. I mean, like I mentioned, the guys who are going to benefit the most, I think Casey Schmitt, Rafael Devers, Bryce Eldridge. I think Willie Adames will benefit hugely as well. Willie's defense has been, good, but it can be better. Okay. It can be better. About the only guy that probably doesn't need that much help is Matt Chapman. But you watch Matt Chapman get even better with the type of coaching that he will get with Ron Washinton. Okay. So I'm excited about this move. I said that over and over again, but this was something the Giants have needed. Their defense has been so treacherous the last few years. I mean, they have been almost borderline like bad news bears at times, having to watch them. So footwork's going to be taught, and it's going to help guys up the middle get to balls that they might just be a half step short a year ago. Maybe they get to those, where to position themselves. Ron Washington's going to help Casey tremendously because he's over at second base, learning that position. That's a huge move. And we'll probably get Casey to come on the show maybe in January. He just had the surgery this week. He's healing up. We'll give him time to heal. We'll get a report on how Casey's doing. And I'll be updating you guys on that. But maybe we can get Casey on here sometime in January when things settle. We find out where people are going to be heading in free agency, what the Giants plan to do. Are they going to end up with more? I know they're going to get pitching. I think Zach Gallen might become a Giant. I really do. I think Zach Gallen would fit this team perfectly. He gets a lot of ground balls, and that's what you want. That's when Zach Gallen is doing his best, when he's, and he pitches. He's a 180 plus inning guy. He can even get close to 200 innings. Remember I said, I think the Giants go after Amai and Suarez. Now we've learned that they're not shopping in that market. I said, if they don't get one of those two guys, I think they get Gallen. I think Gallen has a chance to be their top pitching sign this year. And then maybe you get some younger guys that are not as expensive, maybe some older guys too. Maybe it's a Scherzer, maybe it's a Chris Bassett. Maybe it's a Griffin Canning. Griffin Canning's only going to cost you maybe around $5 million. He pitched okay with the Mets. I like him. He's still young. He's under 30. I would take a shot. If you can get me, how about you get me for the Giants, sign at least these three guys. Go get Zach Gallen, go get Griffin Canning, and go get Zach Littell. Zach Littell is a swing man. He can start, and he's done pretty decently, and he can also take a bullpen role. Giants need a lot of pitchers. Need the bullpen, need the starting pitchers. They need at least two. They've only got three, right? They've got Webb and Ray and Roop. That's it. I would go get at least three more guys that two can start, and the third guy can also start. Ideally, if you're asking me, I would sign 4 minimum. I really like the idea of getting 4 guys, some of the guys that are out there and it could be available for cheap. Merrill Kelly, costs you a little bit more, but he would be good on a 1-year deal. He might be around the 15 million mark though. And I think Gallen's going to be probably in that 18 to 20 mark, roughly, 3 to 4 years for Zach Gallen. So I think things are looking up, guys, at 3rd and King. I think this Giants team is shaping up. Now, get another hitter in the outfield, get some more pitching. Saw our video last night. If you haven't, go check it out on Kyle Schwarber. There's been talk of that. Probably not going to happen. if I'm being honest. But if they did land Kyle Schwarber, that would be incredible, And I, for one, I would love to see him keep Bryce Eldridge, trade somebody else. I think Bryce Eldridge at 21 years old, I would not want to get rid of a guy that has potential to be a 40-plus home run guy for many years to come. It's hard to find guys at 21. Remember, I've talked about this. If you watch this show, Aaron Judge was 25 when he had his first full season. Okay, 25. I think Aaron Judge made his debut with the Yankees. I'm going to look this up for you guys just to confirm this, but I believe Aaron Judge was 24 when he first had his first crack at the big leagues. Yeah, 2016, only 95 plate appearances. Aaron Judge was 24. Yeah, he was 25. Turns 20, his birthday's April 26th. So he was 25 for the majority of his first season in 2017. And look what he did. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie. Okay. Now, am I saying that Bryce Eldridge is Aaron Judge? No, please don't take that wrong. I don't think he's going to be anything close. But I am saying that he's got he's got years ahead of Aaron Judge. He's already arrived at the big leagues. And, Bryce Eldridge being only 21 years of age, what happens if it takes him a couple of years to actually learn the pitching, and he has a little bit of a struggle, but Bryce Eldridge doesn't turn 22, folks, until after the season ends, or maybe during the season if the Giants get into the playoffs and go a little deeper. He turns 22 next October 20th in 2026. So he will be playing the entire regular season at 21 years of age. Now, if he gets 21 years and he gets a full season, and then at 22 gets another season, my goodness, Bryce Eldridge could be a seasoned vet at 23. Don't give that up. Man, we look at guys like Ellie De La Cruz and Ronald Acuna and Jackson Churio and say, hey, where's our 20-year-old stud? How come the Giants don't get a 20-year-old stud? Now everybody wants to trade him. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Let's let Eldridge, unless you're getting Paul Skeens or Hunter Green, you'd have to give up more. Obviously, it's not a 1-for-1. But unless you're getting somebody of that caliber back, and I'm not talking Tariq Skubal because he's going to hit free agency with Scott Boras, and they won't be able to, maybe they could sign him, but I'm not trading Bryce Eldridge for a year of Tariq Skubal. So, guys, let's slow down on the trade talk of Bryce Eldridge. I hear people say, well, he's unproven. Well, he might be, but this guy he's different. He's different. And people see it. He'll strike out a lot, but he's going to hit a lot of home runs. Okay. He's got an incredible swing. He's very athletic, and he's got the attitude, and he wants to be great. And guys who want to be great have a much better chance of being great than guys who just want to be okay or be good. Okay. Bryce Eldridge, if you talk to him, his goal is probably Hall of Fame. Okay. So I'm not ready to trade Bryce Eldridge at 21. I mean, the Giants haven't had anybody of this magnitude come up in their farm system since I don't know when. I can't even think back. Buster Posey was great, but he wasn't a home run hitter like Bryce Eldridge. Barry Bonds didn't come up as a Giant. Okay. Jeff Kent didn't come up as a Giant. When's the last Giant that, was it George Foster? Well, they got rid of him. Yeah, he hit 52 homers when they traded him. Was it Dave Kingman? Well, he wasn't that great of a hitter, but he can hit the home runs. And yeah, he hit 40 plus when they traded him. Let's hang on to Bryce Eldridge. This guy's 21 years old. Let's let him get developed, get coached up. They got a new hitting coach in Hunter Mentz, who's great at helping guys make contact. You got veteran coaches around. these guys are going, Bryce Eldridge is going to be a star, in my opinion. I am not ready to trade him unless, again, you give me a top pitcher like Paul Skeens that come around rarely, or you get a Hunter Green and you got him for control of 4 years. You know, you got 4 years of control, I believe, on Paul Skeens, but that's not going to happen, I don't believe. But that's the only way I'm trading a Bryce Eldridge. All right, guys. Appreciate you watching this video. Ron Washinton back, or I should say not back, but he's coming to be the Giants manager. What am I saying? I'm looking at a couple things. Infield coach, not manager. Ron Washinton, infield guru. We got him coming. So that's awesome news for the Giants defense. They're going to get nothing but better. And tell us what you think of the hire. What do you think of my comments about Bryce Eldridge? What do you think about the comments I made about Casey Schmitt getting better, Devers getting better, Eldridge at first, Adames getting better? What do you think of all these? Give us your comments. And some of you guys will have different opinions. I get it. That's what sports is all about. That's why we love sports, right? Everybody thinks differently, and we're free to have our own opinion. Mine just happens to be right. Okay. No, kidding. Although I have been pretty dead center on when it comes to Giants and what I predicted of them the last few years. Okay. So I don't know where they're going to be because I don't know what the rest of the roster is going to look like. We got winter meetings starting here Sunday night. They all get together. Meetings start Monday, December 8th. Things are cooking. We're seeing signings. We could see a big signing even before the winter meetings take place. If they do, you'll be notified if you subscribe. So make sure you subscribe to this video, like it, and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified. And when something happens big, we'll bring it to you. NorCal Sports Network. We're not just talking heads. We bring you information and like to think we got you covered when it comes to good baseball knowledge. Okay. Been around the game for over 50 plus years. And, I like to think I know it pretty well. There's others that know it better, of course. And, you find those guys and listen to those guys too. So appreciate you watching this video. Again, like and subscribe and comment, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody.